Good evening.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Hello, everyone. Everyone. Starting in 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, welcome once again. I hope you all are all doing good. So, last time in Calcutta, we had a session on Sunday, I guess, last Sunday. And a few participants here joined in. Around 10 of us were there. So, I'll be sharing you all the details so that you can also conduct in your own cities if you want to organize and conduct. I'll share you all the details as to how you can group up, what all activities you can do, so that you can also conduct and have a feel of the activities which we did offline. Um, I'm sure you must have gone through the pictures and all. So today, let's jump into the topic. So this is one portion which has a lot of spirituality also involved, but we will not look into the spiritual aspects of chakra healing in color therapy. But it is a very important part wherein you can integrate certain, techniques in order to understand how the process is going on with your client or even with yourself. So I'll just give you a brief history and an overview of what chakras are and how you can integrate in your counseling or therapy sessions. So we'll start off with one activity, which will be the beginning of the session, and then we will try to understand how it relates to each of your chakras. Along with that, I will show you 7 techniques in order to balance each of your chakras. There are 7 chakras, so each chakra healing, you can try out those activities with yourself or someone else and integrate into your practice. And as part of your assignment, each of these techniques, you need to apply it on yourself or your client and write a report on it. So this will be like full homework for you for the entire week. Take your time and space and do it. There's no hurry as such. So a lot of you were asking when is the submission of assignments. So you can submit by end of April or early May. I'll keep a deadline. So try to submit it, and soon after that we'll do a review and you'll get your certificates. So jumping straight into the topic, are we all set? A few more are joining in, but I'll still start. Um, So I would like to know, maybe you can type in your um remarks about what chakras are. What do you know about chakras? And how is it related to our body, our system, how we feel? Any idea?
I think, ma'am, it has
Anyone
seven.
who wants to speak?
I think, ma'am, it has seven energy centers, like overall body में, like from head to toe.
Hmm.
उनका like it's fixed कि वो वहीं रहते हैं, and वो 7 energy चक्र है. तो
Right.
उनसा meaning सबका अलग अलग होता है. Like जो हेड क्राउन में होगा उनका अलग है. फिर वो रिब के पास भी एक like स्पाइनल कॉर्ड से होते होते वो नीचे तक मैम आता है. तो उन सबको
Okay.
बैलेंस अगर वो पूरा का पूरा 7 चक्र बैलेंस्ड होता है, then everything is balanced in our life. लेकिन that is very difficult one.
Yes, exactly. Balancing the entire seven chakras is difficult. So, through today's activity, we'll try to figure out what is an imbalance. So, this is basically like a check in, also, and also to understand which chakra we need to balance. But before that, I'll just give you a very short overview of what it is. Anyone else who wants to talk about chakras? Anything you all know, which you would like to put it across to the class?
Hello, ma'am. Good
Hi,
evening.
good evening.
Aparna. Uh, these 7 chakras are basically related to our Sukshma Sharir,
Okay,
and these all are related with karma also.
okay.
7 chakras
Mm-hmm.
equivalent to karma, it's depend on karmas.
Okay, so you're talking about the spiritual part.
Yes, street, of course.
Right, right. So that's the spiritual part. A lot of you are writing energy centers. So that's how it started. It's more to do with energy centers, the energy inside us, which all portions of our body, basically our body is divided into certain sections into which we form certain energy centers. And chakras, the study of chakras started in India. So I'll just quickly go through what we'll be learning today. So I'll give you a brief history. You can read it up even more when I send you the ebooks. An overview. We'll do one technique and then we'll start with the seven techniques. We might just work on one because all seven it's not possible in a class also. You have to give it a try at home with yourself or someone else. I'm planning to kind of have individual, maybe live sessions on my Instagram or Facebook for each of these techniques because these are very holistic and very calming at the same time. So this is the basic timeline which you can see. Sorry. Um, one second. Okay. So during the Vedic roots, it was more to do about the energy centers. Very surprisingly, there were no colors assigned. As we have always seen, the chakras mean different colors. Red, the Vibjar, what we have as the rainbow, we see it that way in modern times. But in Vedic roots, it was no color was assigned. But later on, it transcended to tantric traditions also. A lot of it was used in tantric traditions, meditation, attaining nirvana. All of it were related to chakras. But eventually, with modern color systems and then influence, the foreigners came to our land, understood that this is a very powerful technique, and then they can modify. So later on, in during the modern times, just for the ease of understanding, they have assigned certain colors, and also the color techniques which were later on experimented with, that kind of synced in with what chakras actually meant. So these amalgamation or fusion of both these leads to what we have or what we call as chakras in modern times. Leadbeater was the person who actually started this movement of colors and chakras for the ease of understanding, for correlations which he noticed, and again brought it to the entire world basically. It's now a lot westernized. Western countries take up this system, infuse with yoga, meditation, and then they practice it. In India, there's something called Kundalini. It's basically chakras are related to the Kundalini, which is energy circuit which spirals around your body on and it reaches on top of your head. Um, what can you relate the chakras with psychological theories? There's one particular theory which you can relate to chakras with. Can anyone say what it might be?
Need theory, Maslow?
Yes, thank you so much. Yes. So Maslow's need hierarchical theory also relates or coincides with chakra and how it's interpreted. Okay, before going into this, I would like you to take a pause and take a sheet of paper or your journal, whichever you have. Okay, so this is just a glimpse I'm giving you. We'll be looking through this, but before that, I would like you to take a piece of paper and draw a silhouette of a figure, maybe a figure, just the outline of a human body. You don't have to be precise with that, just an outline. I'll show you how to do it. I'll be sending you the templates of both male and female. If someone is not comfortable drawing, you can give them the ready-made template as well. So that's your choice. But for the time being, you can just draw. Uh, it can also look like gingerbread man. I'll just show you mine, then you'll see how bad you can get with your drawing. Okay. Someone writes cute. Okay. I take that compliment. I'm trying to redraw a little bigger so that you can see it. Okay. Let's take a minute or so for this. Just draw the outline, nothing else, of a human figure, whichever way you want to. That's not important. The next steps are important. So I'm done with redrawing it. It's a little bigger so that you can see it. Okay, the next steps would be, first of all, center yourself. Center yourself in the sense, before doing any activity, just take a pause, take a few breaths, close your eyes, center yourself, come back to where you are, and then just observe or try to figure out the pain inside your body or any kind of discomfort inside your body. It can be a numb headache, it can be a splitting headache, it can be back pain, shoulder pain, your fingers feeling numb, or your throat not, you can't speak loudly, all of it. Any kind of physical discomfort in your body. Try to first understand where do you generally or you're often feeling some kind of discomfort. There can be one portion, there can be multiple portions inside your body. I have already identified mine, but just take a minute. If you want to write it down, just take a pause and try to figure out what have you been storing inside your body. The kind of pain, the stiffness or numbness or heaviness. You can use any color you want for this. The color cards I'll be using towards the end of the session. That will be like a homework for you to introspect. But for the time being, it's just you can pick up any color. It can be crayon, pencil color, watercolor, sketch pens will also work. Has everyone understood where your body pain or your aches or discomfort is? Just put a hand, thumbs up so that I know I can continue. It can be as simple as, a tingling sensation, or maybe you're not just feeling right in your head, or your palms are always sweaty, or you have bad breath as well all the time. So it's more like a frequency. Okay. So a lot of you have already figured out. Now the next step would be to color in portions. Whichever color you want to use, there's no color meaning assigned to it. Okay, let's not analyze any color meanings right now. What you need to do is fill up the areas where you're feeling consistent discomfort or pain in your body. I'll just show you an example before you start. Like I have a numbing pain right here all the time, almost every day. So this is like sometimes it is very less, sometimes it's like unbearable. This portion. Okay, so it's like a consistent thing which goes on. So I felt like coloring it red. And it shoots down to my toes and my leg and the shoulders sometimes. So this is something which is kind of bothering me. And I'm also recently started having throat issues. When I want to speak, I can't speak loudly. So this is something which I'm struggling with just recently, maybe a week or so. Okay, so I'll just color in maybe a different color with for it. I'm generally having this discomfort right now. So what you do is take your time. Let's take 5 minutes, and wherever you are feeling pain or discomfort, just color that portion. Do I repeat my instructions or is it okay? Is it clear?
Clear, ma'am.
Okay, anyone who would like to share what they have done after they are done with coloring? If you want to share.
Can I, ma'am?
Yes, please go ahead.
Uh, Actually, these are the portions one, and I have colored it in with a single color only क्योंकि मेरे को रेड छोड़ के कोई और कलर आया ही नहीं है पेन के
Okay,
लिए. So
okay.
first, like I am suffering from a kidney stone right now, which is stuck in my urethra. So I'm like in extreme pain right now. So this one is, and because of that, my knee is also affecting. I think left portion, and my I have tennis elbow in my left elbow and left ear. But right now, I'm going through all the pain, and I'm also suffering from a throat infection right now. So because of that, I think ears my also like all time tingling sensation and pain is there continuous.
Mhm.
Everything is in the left part of my body, ma'am. And
Okay,
one more thing, and thumbs of both my hands, ma'am. Only thumb.
okay. So it's conspicuously left side. Like for mine, I see it's always right side. So whatever happens, it's on my right. Okay. Any other responses?
Shall I do it?
Anyone who want? Yes, please.
Okay. Just a second. I don't know if it's visible or not. Yeah. It's not. No, it is. So it's my
It's not
nose.
actually visible, but anyway, you can maybe explain.
So I've done it my nape, back of my neck. That
Mhm.
sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less, but it's there. It's constantly there, and also my lower back. So
Okay.
those are 2 points that I've mentioned, and I've colored it with red only. So it's like the center. It's not left, right, just center.
Mhm. Okay.
That way.
So, taking this forward, anyone else who would like to volunteer, or should we go ahead with
I
how
have
we
one
can
question.
relate? Yes.
Do we also do it like currently? Which part is paining, or just generally we take
Current also, like my throat, it's like disturbing
current?
me for, last 1 week. So we have.
Okay.
So let's see how we can relate and understand which maybe chakras are not balanced, and are we a person who is the overthinking type, that may be the dominant type, or are we stuck in the past? Okay, so let's explore these two things. So, in order to understand the chakras, so basically, this was the color scheme allotted to each of the chakras. Now, the root chakra is more to do with the basic needs, the survival needs, to feel safe, secure, grounded in the moment. So you can relate this to the Maslow's hierarchical theories, where the basic needs lies right at the bottom. So this is the lower abdomen area, your genitals, wherein the root chakra is located. And this is to do with hunger, thirst, and sex. So it's all about safety, survival needs. Next is the sacral chakra, which is related to joy and confidence. So, this chakra, the energy circuits are related to how you feel happy and what are the areas which you're really confident in, whether you're a confident person or not. And it's located around your navel area. The solar plexus is for yellow, and this indicates whether you're an independent thinker, and also you have certain emotions. Your emotions are balanced, basically. So neither do you have an overwhelming amount of emotion, or you're too sentimental, neither too rigid. So there's a perfect balance. If this is balanced, this chakra is balanced. The heart chakra is all about peace, balance, changes, how you're adjusting. So it's all about adaptability, and you have a calm, peaceful life, which hardly any of us have. But then this is if this chakra is well balanced, you'll be at peace with yourself and your life. The throat chakra is all about healing, honesty, dependency, trust. All of it is related to the throat chakra, which is again the color blue, the indigo blue, which we say, or any other lighter shades of blue. The third eye chakra is for clarity and wisdom, which is located right in the middle of your forehead. That's where the energy point is. So if you have a lot of clarity with your life, or your goals are all set and you're working for it, you have a lot of productivity, you have a lot of plans which are fruitful, which are has come out to be fruitful. If the chakra is balanced, this is how you feel about it. So you have a lot of knowledge and clarity and all. And the crown chakra is more to do with spiritualism, you would say self actualization, wherein you feel the happiest and devoid of any kind of sorrow or distress. So, going to that through the meditation, you basically activate your chakras from the ground level to the top level, wherein you can connect with the cosmos. That's the spiritual side of life. Okay, so these are the few bifurcations of chakras and what each chakra would lead you to feel. Or if you see an imbalance, those are the areas where you might be lacking in currently. Any questions here?
Ma'am, third eye chakra is violet or purple? I think violet.
It's basically a violet and purple violet, and then the crown chakra, it's more to do with magenta, pink, and violet. So those shades are almost similar, It's again, the colors are assigned just for the ease of understanding. But later on, it was found the vibration level was also same. So that's why this color scheme is used.
Thank you, ma'am.
Right.
Can you just repeat the fourth chakra, ma'am? Fourth
Fourth
one,
is
green
which one?
color.
The heart
Green
chakra.
color. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Heart is to do with peace, balance, adaptability, how much you feel safe when there are changes around you, or how much are you open to changes, or how do you adapt with people. People who are non adjusting, like they do whatever they feel like doing, generally it's seen that their chakra, the green chakra, is in imbalance. Okay.
Ma'am, why they are
So,
called
sorry,
chakra? Why
sorry.
they are called chakra?
Chakra is basically a spiral of energy. That's why they call it a chakra. So it's like an ancient wisdom knowledge which we are, which we have known throughout these years from the Vedic period till now. It's more to do with, as I told you, it's like a snake coiling up your spine. So
Mhm.
that's like the energy points which we have, and it's more like a spinning circle. So that's why they call it chakras.
Okay.
It's always in movement, basically. So there are certain terms used for each of these chakras. So the red one, which is the basic survival need one, I am, and then you go to orange, I feel. Then the yellow one, I do. The green one, I love to belong, basically. Then the blue one, I speak. Then I see and I understand. So this whole thing comprises of our existence, like who we are, what we are doing, and how are we feeling safe, and how are we contributing to others as well as ourselves. And these, the below ones, it's basically the sounds which are used in order to activate that particular chakra. So mostly these are used in yogic practices. Okay, so let's get back to the activity, and I will go back to the slide first. Yeah, this one. Now try to figure out, there's a figure given over here on the left hand side. Try to figure out which portions of your body, irrespective of the color you have used, forget about the color right now. Irrespective of the colors, where do your problem areas lie? Say, for instance, mine is on the right side of my body. At the same time, it's almost like the whole of my body is needing attention. And specifically around the navel area, which is most probably the sacral chakra. And also the throat, where I have colored. So you also try to figure out which portion of your body or which section of your body is having constant trouble.
Ma'am, for solar plexus, what areas do we consider?
Solar plexus is between the heart and the navel area. So it's the abdomen, you can say.
So it's both front and back.
Yes, yes.
Ma'am, ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes,
Tell me.
ma'am, what about the pain in the shoulder and the neck region? Which chakra is activated?
Shoulder and the neck region is basically the throat chakra. This portion, if it's there, it's in between the heart and the neck. So it's basically the throat chakra.
Ma'am, what about
Okay, okay.
hands? Like elbow, ma'am. What about elbow? Like, wo kahan hai
The
ma'am?
limbs which you're talking about, the limbs,
Yes, yes, ma'am. Limbs.
which portion of your limb does it fall under?
Ma'am, elbow, left hand elbow, ma'am. So basically, it's between heart chakra and no,
Yeah,
solar plexus.
around heart chakra. Not exactly heart, but solar plexus. Yes.
And ma'am, ear will come under third eye or throat.
Your will also come under throat.
Okay.
Ma'am, should we consider the pain that has been happening persistently or anything that has occurred suddenly?
Both, ma'am. Anything which is bothering you.
Okay.
So, ma'am, suppose I have done exercise yesterday. So obviously, today I'll be having some kind of pain. So I'll
No,
be.
you do situational, which you already know that this is the reason why I had pain. Maybe you're
Oh,
fallen down and that's why you have a pain. That is not something which we, which we'll put it. But something which doesn't have any meaning to it, you don't know why you're feeling that pain.
okay.
And it remains with you for quite long.
Okay. And ma'am, if throat chakra is affected, like then what are the what is the significance?
Now we'll come to the significance. Let's first do this and then we'll try to
Oh,
relate to each of these, how it
okay.
might be related to us.
Thank you.
If it is migraine pain one-sided, then is it going to be the third eye chakra or crown chakra?
Third eye. Third eye, crown, generally we don't consider. If it's a lot of overthinking, then we consider, but that's basically on top. It's kind of hovering above you, this portion, the crown chakra. But if you're having headaches, full head headaches, it might be third eye. More to do with third eye.
Okay, thank you.
Ma'am, sinus pain also third eye?
Third eye, yes. If you are done, knees. Knees, see, down below root chakra, everything comes under root chakra. Your extremities, first of all, these portions, the fingertips and your toe tips and your leg, everything comes under root chakra. If you're feeling numb or tingling sensation around your fingers or your toes, that would be assigned to root chakra. Okay, so should we go ahead with how we can understand which one is in imbalance? Okay, I think you've already identified this. They're having consistent with the right. If it
मैम आपकी आवाज कट रही है.
don't can you hear me? Okay. So, am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So basically, what I was saying is you've already identified where your pain points are, which doesn't have any meaning. Again, repeating the same thing, it is not to do with, I did not sleep yesterday night and I have a very bad headache. It has nothing to do with it. If you know the reason, that is not your pain point. If you don't know the reason or suddenly something has come up without any, correlation with whatever is happening around you, that would be your pain point. And the location of the pain will give you a direct indicator as to which chakra is imbalanced. So for me, I can see a lot to do with throat chakra right now because that's kind of bothering me. So it's something, so certain incidents, certain things which are happening maybe, which is causing me this trouble. So anyone wants to, get it discussed in the class can give your observation so that it becomes much more clearer. This will directly mean that these chakras inside your body needs attention, needs a little bit of care or certain activities which you can do, which will help you to release or to balance off that chakra. Anyone who would like to talk about it?
Ma'am, please repeat.
Anyone who would like to talk about your chakras, where you have noticed that this is the wheel which is not balanced, this is the chakra which is not balanced.
Ma'am, that means कि इसका कारण हमें नहीं पता. We don't know the reason of that pain.
Correct.
So, ma'am, basically it's like that throat infection and ear wala portion, like third eye chakra, ma'am.
Throat infection is to do with throat chakra, not third eye.
No, ear pain. I don't know the reason behind those ear pain. It's like
So ear also is related to your throat. Remember the ENT, okay? Ear, nose, throat. If that is there around, the pain is around that area, it's always to do with the throat chakra.
okay, ma'am.
Anything to do with the eyes and the head, it's more related to the third eye chakra. Sometimes it happens that we start seeing blurry. Maybe our power has not increased, but we start seeing things in a very blurred manner without any reason, any biological reason. So that would be related to third eye chakra.
Ma'am, currently it's only ear pain that I don't know the reason behind it.
Okay. All right.
And most probably
So it's
knee pain also, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am.
So the ear pain which you're talking about,
Yes, ma'am.
which is unknown to you. What about, there are two more, you can just unmute and talk, please.
Yeah, ma'am, recently I have identified that I was having problem. I have problem with communication, and then I had done one workshop before that, and then I realized it was my throat chakra was imbalanced, and I was taught how to balance, and since then I have been trying to sing more often, and then I have changed my wardrobe. Like I was not having any blue dresses or clothes or anything. So recently I have included blue intentionally. I'm wearing it. And also I have gone out and taking time to just look at sky and take pictures of it.
Okay.
These are the things. And also, like I was told to include certain food that is blue in color.
Okay.
So these are the things doing it, and then I can see little bit changes. So I'm able to speak in meetings now, which I was not doing. So
that's great. That's great.
Yeah, this is helping. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you. Thank you so much. Any other person who would like to talk about what imbalance they found? And I'll just quickly go through the 7 techniques which you can try out in order to feel better. Okay, so give it a try. Unless you try, you will not know. As ma'am was already speaking, you can use that particular color more often, incorporate in your food, in your decor, in your clothes. Clothes is a great way because then you're wearing it throughout the day. Diet is also one of them, and you can have your certain items around you, use that color more often. So
Ma'am,
anyone else? Yes.
this is Rajata. Ma'am, I have one question. You had asked to use any color to pinpoint wherever you have a body ache or maybe pain or numbness or whatever. So, what is the significance of that with the pain, or is there a difference between numbness, pain, and the discomfort? So, there are different experiences, right, in each area. So, how do we relate that with the color that we have used?
You're meaning that whatever color you have used here.
Right.
See, this is not for an analysis color. You will
Okay.
not do that.
Okay.
The homework which I give you, however, will have certain significance.
All right. Okay.
Okay, so
Sure.
this we are particularly not doing it. We are just trying to figure out which chakra is imbalanced for us and what we can do about it. Okay, so I
Okay.
hope you are able to locate which chakra is in imbalance. And if you want
Yes.
to, if you want to talk about the authenticity of how you found out that this is the chakra which is in imbalance, and you
Hmm.
realize that yes, this might be the cause. Maybe I'm not
Hmm.
feeling safe and grounded. For people who are having a lot of pain in the body, okay, in the lower
Right.
part of the body, it may be root chakra, where they don't feel safe, physically
Hmm.
safe. They don't know what they're going to do in future. So that might be needing a lot of grounding in that case.
Right. So
So yes.
the areas that I could note was throat chakra and solar plexus. So I have
Okay.
lower abdomen pain at times, and there is always a shoulder pain that is present. So would you just guide me about that?
Yes. We'll talk about this through the 7 activities which you can do. I will quickly go through the activities. I would recommend you to do it at home, try it out, see how things goes. Okay. And I'll try to make certain separate videos for it. Otherwise, it's going to take 2 hours or 3 hours to complete it. Okay, so I hope this portion is okay with you all. And one more thing which I would like to tell you is this is basically not color analysis, but this is generally to do with certain, memories inside us, wherein if your right side of the body is significantly conspicuous with pains, it would generally mean that you have held on to certain memories or grief, or certain times you are pulled back in time. So if you're holding on a lot of guilt, shame, grief, loss, or maybe certain things were not resolved in the past, or you have a lot of memories associated, you spend a lot of time in the past, that might reflect your right side of your body is heavier. If you have it on the left, you might be an overthinker, like you are always in future. You're always mixing up things. The mindfulness is missing somewhere. So it's more to do with worrying about the future. You might not be feeling how your future will shape up. And people who are experiencing somewhere in between or on both the sides, it might be an kind of a mix of both, that you are holding on to memories as well as an overthinking person, wherein things are getting messed up. You don't know exactly what to do or where to go or how to seek help. So this is a very brief analysis which you can reflect on after you're done with this. Okay, and try to figure out, maybe you can journal also, that what holds you back in your past, or what might lead you to think so much about the future, or both. You might just get answers while you're writing. That might also indicate, in cases of your clients or even yourself, that might indicate what kind of therapies you need to incorporate. If a person is stuck in the past, things are not resolved. So there's a lot of grief therapy involved, wherein you need to explore the past, talk about it, bring them to a safe space, and then acceptance therapy is also required. Someone who's overthinking, you can try out CBT and other techniques in order to relieve them of that distress. Okay, so I will discuss this the next day. Just a minute. There are 7 techniques which I would just like to go through briefly. These are easy going activities which you can try. The first one is for the root chakra. Can you give a thumbs up those who have found out that the root chakras are imbalanced? I'm also included in that group. Okay, so it's all to do about how safe you're feeling, how grounded you're feeling, anxiousness, or you're not quite feeling right in your own skin. There might be issues with how you feel about yourself. Okay, how physically you appear, that is also one thing related to root chakra, because it's about survival, how you're interacting with your environment. So this, for this you need, I would recommend, highly recommend, to use natural colors. You can use soil, you can use coffee, you can use turmeric, you can use leaves, anything which is natural that will help you to ground yourself. So use those earthy tones, red, brown, a little bit of orange. You can use orange, or oranges also. It'll give a nice smell to your creation as well. So you can use all of this and do certain drawings which will help you to ground. You can rub those colors with your hand, do it with your fingertips. Don't take a brush, avoid using brushes. Just do it through tactile mediums. You can use different kinds of textures to it as well. So the basic agenda is to draw a safe space or a symbol which you can carry along. Okay, so it's like if you have heard of talismans or charms, or you can even try out those kya bolte hain, worry stones. Okay, so that you can color in brown or dark red, or something to do with nature elements, the soil elements. Okay, clay is a fantastic medium. You can use natural clay also. So this is something to do with the root chakra. Any questions here? And these are a few reflective questions. You can journal in, and if you have anything particular to ask, you can always DM me. A very nice way to carry this is to create a drawing or maybe a clay piece, which you can carry it along for safety, for feeling safe. And use a lot of textures, use a lot of different kinds of materials and use textures. I hope there are no questions here. I'm moving on to the sacral chakra. So music goes very well with balancing the sacral chakra. And the color orange will give you a lot of positivity, because this is more to do with emotional flow. So how you feel emotionally, how safe you feel emotionally, how well you can manage your emotions will let you balance this. Soft instrumental or whichever music you want, whichever you feel is good for you, you can play that in the background and just try to squiggle around. There's no structure to this. So emotions, just like that, it floats, right? It moves. So that too, your waves also, the squiggles which you're making, not a scribble, but a squiggle is a curved line which is continuous. Without lifting your color pencil or whichever color you're using, you can do that. Use orange tones or peach tones or something which are warm colors, not exactly a red, but something to do with oranges, orange or maybe peach. This can be used as a medium. Main important point is music should be there, and you should not lift your pen, pencil, color, whatever you have, or even if you're using your fingers, on till you feel safe, till you feel nice inside. It can be on multiple pages also. You can go on with that squiggle activity. And while you're doing it, notice what all emotions come up. Are you feeling heavy? Are you feeling sad? Are you feeling happy? All of it you can journal after you're done with this. For the solar plexus, I would highly recommend, take an A4 sheet, just cut it into 4 pieces, like this kind, or even smaller. You can have a smaller. Take handmade paper or something which is stiff. You can make them into cards, you can just cut it out and make them into stiff cards and color them with turmeric. Okay, it gives a beautiful yellow color, or use marigold, the yellow ones. It gives a beautiful texture, color to the paper. Okay, use the natural elements as far as possible. And then on that, you can write down certain words which mean a lot to you, which will help you to feel better about yourself. So you can write, I'm enough, I'm beautiful, or strong, capable, loving, caring. It can be anything, okay, which you feel will give you a lot of light and hope and a lot of brightness in your life. So, what you do after that is, after you create that, use coffee ink. You can dip maybe certain q-tips, or maybe those skewers which you get. You can dip it in coffee and write down the words. That will be a fantastic grounding activity as well. And you can keep this stored inside a box, or maybe stack it up somewhere where you can just pull out a card and read it every day. So that will give you a lot of positivity and balance. So that gives us a lot of strength as well. So once you choose that card, say for instance, if you choose it by intuition or without seeing, whichever works for you, once you choose it, try to figure out at the beginning of the day, how can I be much more, more stronger? Okay. Or what is the time when I was strong and I was successful being strong? Or maybe the word enough, which is on screen. If I have to ask you, like, if you pick up the card, ask yourself, when was it that I felt enough? And how can I adapt that particular word into my day to day? So sometimes we overwork, we overburden ourselves. So we can always say that, yes, I've done enough, I need rest. So these are certain affirmations which will help you to grow as a person and feel much more confident about yourself. The next one is the heart chakra. So this is done with your non-dominant hand. So you are going to use your non-dominant, means whichever, right hand or left hand. If you are a lefty, use your right hand. If you're a right-hander, use your left hand. So use your non-dominant hand to make a heart and fill it up with, green, lime green, dark green, whichever green which you feel is okay for you. You fill it up with green tones. And inside that, you can journal that one thing which I give too much all the time, and one thing which I need more from people. Okay, so this is something which you can do after you are done with the coloring. Okay, and then there are reflective questions as well. What did you notice what all emotions came up when you were doing the non-dominant hand heart? And how did you fill your heart with whichever words which are filled in? How is it more, how is it important for you? Why is it important that you need that more from other people as well? You know? For the throat chakra, is anyone speaking? Because I can't hear. Just a minute. Am I audible to all
Yes,
of you?
ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, okay.
Yes.
Okay, so for the throat chakra, this will be a little heavy because throat chakra is a lot to do with your communication style, trust, how safe you feel around people, how much you can express. So this will take some time to draw out and understand what is going on. Draw the prompt which is there is, draw something you wish you could say but can't. This can become a little triggering. So if you're uncomfortable right now, do not do it. You can easily just draw something with blue paint. Okay, if you don't want to use this particular prompt right now, which can become uncomfortable, do not do it. Not only for this, for any other activity, if you feel that the prompt is heavy, I'm not ready for it, do not do it. Just draw a random picture or a painting or whatever you wish to with that particular color. That will also work. But particularly if we go by this technique, it is something which you wish to express but can't. Okay, there are certain maybe incidents or certain situations where you wanted to talk, but you couldn't. You can either do this or you can write a letter. Okay? Or but then you can use a lighter shade of the so that you press it. Manifestations of what you're thinking inside but cannot express. You're just swallowing your words. Okay. After you're done with that, just
Ma'am,
breathe
your
through it or
voice
just
was
go through
breaking.
it.
Can you repeat just once?
Yes, I could you hear about the writing?
No, your voice is still breaking.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I said was, if in case the making the picture or the communication style becomes, a little triggering for you, you can safely not do it. You can just color in a picture, whichever picture you want to. Alternatively, you can also write a letter. Write a letter, read it once, and then throw it away. Tear it and throw it away. You can also burn it if you want to. Try to be safe. Do not burn down the entire place. So when you're handling fire, just be cautious about that. Someone has raised their hand. Yes, tell me.
Ma'am, can I use cutouts from magazines and newspaper?
Absolutely, yes. But try to make it blue, try to get hold of blue pictures. Anything related to blue. If you want to express through either doodles, magazine cutouts, it's a fantastic idea. Through letters also, you can write it down. If you don't want to draw, you can draw it out as well. But also send this across to the universe, send it back. You don't want to store it and keep it with you. So either you can tear it off and throw it, or you can just burn it and throw it. This particular the throat chakra, it is also related to what we talk in Gestalt therapy, the empty chair technique, wherein there are lots of unresolved issues where we act out, where we converse with the other person or a particular situation, and then try to take everything, out of our system. So similarly, this also works when we draw out, when we see what's actually happening, that gives us some kind of information that, yes, this is the reason why I'm feeling it in a particular way, and this is what I can do. And the last question, introspective question, which is given, what would change if your voice completely felt safe to express? That is something very important which you need to journal in, because that will give you clues as to how the future might look if I can express properly. Okay, what might be the worst case scenarios? What might just go wrong? What might just happen? Or what all good things can also happen if I can express? So that gives you a lot of trust and courage to move forward as well. Okay, the guided imagery technique is stored for the next day. I'm not discussing this right now because I'll be doing it with you all. It's also fused with color breathing and guided imagery. So this, I'm parking it for the time being. To activate the third chakra, you need those visualizations to come in and see what all projections are happening inside you. And for the crown chakra, it's always related to self and understanding of the self. So you can do a lot of mandala coloring. You can make your own mandalas. You can, color in the sheets which are already printed. You can try the mandala coloring for activating the crown chakra. Crown chakra, anyone can do it. Mandalas, try. If you are an extreme introvert, try not to color mandalas, because that gives you more introspection and then you don't want to open up. So extreme introverts avoid using mandala coloring. Otherwise, you can safely use mandalas. So this is it for today. Any questions before we break off? Any questions you have? Anything you would like to ask?
Ma'am, is there like a specific number of times that we have to do this to bring the chakras in balance, or it depends upon like person to person?
You can do as often as possible. So that's what I can say. Maybe not every single day, but quite often, because we are all busy with our work. It's not possible that we sit and do the same thing again and again. But yes, you can use safely what ma'am was also speaking about, someone from our group itself, I forgot the name, that you can use a lot of those colors in your everyday life. Eating those kinds of colored foods or wearing clothes of that color more often. That will give you a sense of, balance inside. And this works on a spiritual level, or maybe you can say on a kind of a vibrational level, as we have already discussed about colors and their biochemistry and physics of colors. So that works. You have to have that belief, and it's a little time taking. It's not done in a day. If you practice this more often, it will give you much more clarity. I know these activities are pretty heavy, but once you start doing, take one activity at a time. I would recommend you doing all the activities one by one, and then see how you can align it with your everyday life. Another way of incorporating those colors is just coloring a sheet of paper with that particular color. If you have found out that a particular portion, a particular the chakra is imbalanced, that color you can just paint it across the sheet, or just do the squibble. This is a fantastic one which you can do every single day. Rather than orange, you can use any other color which you feel needs attention.
Okay.
Yes,
thank you.
Momita ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am, how is the throat chakra connected with the communication and self-expression?
Blue is a communication color all the time. Okay, so blue is always about trust, believing, communicating what you feel inside, understanding others. So it's like a whole system of communication.
Okay, thank you.
There might be, if you have problem around your throat chakra, it might be due to trust issues, or maybe due to the failure to express yourself, or there's a lot of things you're keeping inside where you need to vent out somewhere. So this can be a problem.
Ma'am, if the person is introvert, so is he or she feel pain in throat chakra?
High probability. If you are blocked from expressing, see, introverts may not want to express at all.
Okay.
So that's okay. That might not be a case. But introverts who are blocked from expressing further, or bullied maybe, that might give rise to a problem.
Okay. Thank you.
Ma'am, are there also colors which needs to be avoided? Like there are colors which we need to use, but is it the opposite also, that we need to avoid certain colors?
See, for chakra healing, there's nothing called avoidance. If you see all the chakras, they have certain things which are meaningful. But yes, overindulgence in a particular chakra, say for instance, red, if you're overusing it all the time, again, if we even go by color psychology, it means that there's too much of energy, too much of, material needs, or too much of attention required for the person. So it can be anger also. So that's should be avoided. For chakra healing also, it's all to do with material needs, belonging to the moment, to the earth, that if you are too materialistic, that is also not good.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, it's overactivated.
Understood.
Okay, thank you so much. I think we are done with the class today. One homework which I'll be sending in the group itself. Okay, so these are a few assignments which you can do, explore, and as to what exactly to do. Okay, I'll give you the steps and how to work on it. That will be a part of analysis. It's a little complex to understand. So I want you to work on it first and then we'll discuss it. Okay, so the next class also might be a Thursday. I will let you know in the group as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Take care, everyone. See you. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.